In the meantime, we want to bring in Senator John Barrasso. He joins us from Capitol Hill. Senator, we had obviously booked you to talk about other things, but now that you're here, let's focus on this headline of the day. You yourself are a physician. It sounds like folks on the scene did the right things at the right time, and now surgery begins for the whip. And what do you make of what we've heard so far about his condition?
Well, as an orthopedic surgeon who've taken care in trauma episodes, first, thank you to the Capitol Police who were there because this could have turned into a bloodbath. So thanks to the Capitol Police. The people that are elected to office are men and women elected in their communities. Steve Scalise, for one, and I was with him at a meeting to discuss health care just the other evening. He's always in good spirits. It's good to hear that he's doing well. We have great concerns when this sort of thing happens because these are elected officials who represent their friends, their neighbors, their communities, who are elected to make this country better, safer, stronger. And whichever party you're from, people are here to try to make America better. So when something like this happens, great concern. I was at the Senate prayer breakfast this morning where our attention turned to this. It's a bipartisan gathering every week, just like this baseball game is a bipartisan event. We have to continue to be able to do these sorts of things to make America stronger.
Yeah, and we also had a picture that was tweeted out not long ago. Democrats who were out practicing for the baseball game. It showed them huddling together in prayer as well. I mean, as much as you guys fight on the Hill, you are truly friends. And as you said, you're united in a mission. You may see different ways to do it, but you want to make this country better.
Well, we do. And if you kind of as the pastor said this morning at prayer breakfast, he said, if you want to put the Bible in Cliff Notes fashion, it's love thy neighbor as thyself. So sure, we come and we argue and discuss things, and there's a lot of partisanship around the country right now, but we're all here to make America better. That's what we want to do, Republicans and Democrats alike. So something like this will unite us, but it's not going to stop us from going home, visiting with people, traveling around. There is security for the highest levels of leadership, but for most members, there is not that security, and we continue to go home. I'll be home in Wyoming again this weekend, traveling the state, visiting with people one-on-one.
How much does that enter your mind, if at all? I know different people handle those concerns differently.
Well, certainly in Wyoming, it doesn't enter my mind at all. And when people from rural areas come to the big city, it is always a bigger concern. There is incredible Capitol Hill protection right around the Capitol and the office buildings. People have to go through metal detectors coming in, so that exists. But I'll tell you what happened today. It sounds, from just the amount of ammunition and what we hear, that this could have been very, very bad for many, many people, but hats off to the Capitol Police who were there. We're going to learn more. We're going to see who this shooter was. It was a report that this person, actually the shooter, asked which party was represented there on the field before the shooting began. I mean, that is just horrible. No, we don't need that anywhere in this country.
Yeah, and for folks who may be just joining us, Congressman Ron DeSantis, who was at the game and left just minutes before the shooting, said he was approached by somebody. Didn't think much of it at the time, but asked him if it was Democrats or Republicans. We don't know if they're directly connected to this shooting. He has reported that to police, so we'll see how that plays out. In the meantime, what is the mood like there on Capitol Hill this morning?
Well, there was a somber mood at the prayer breakfast as we were all realizing that this could have been any of us and that we do things in a bipartisan way. And this baseball game scheduled for tomorrow night, and I hope it does go on, is something that raises lots of money for charities that we all agree with. Boys and Girls Club, literacy, things that help youth, that help teens. I mean, that's why this needs to go on and have a large turnout so that those efforts can continue and be properly funded. So I realize that people today on the Hill are overly cautious, and I know the police officers. I was with the President Pro Tem of the Senate, Orrin Hatch, at the breakfast, and security was right there outside the door to be additionally protective of him. So security is certainly heightened today on Capitol Hill.
Senator Barrasso, thank you for your time. We appreciate it, sir.
Thanks for having me.